Hello, good evening. I would like to share a poem with you again. Ang hilig-hilig ko sa tula talaga. This time, this is a poem by an anonymous person, and this is something to do with old people. Nakita ko to sa isang post sa Facebook at nagundahan ako, and so I decided to keep it, copy it, and then I have it one of the collections that I have, like this one. I have not memorized yet. There are times na memoryado ko, there are times na nakakalimutan ko na. Well, that is old age, and what do you expect from a 73-year-old woman like me? Now, let me just read this, and after you have listened to it, I hope you can make some kind of reflections on the way you are treating old people, no? On the way you are looking at the old people, and the way you are giving attention to your parents who are already old. Okay. Uh, Hindi ako masyadong magandang bumasa sa English, kaya pagpasensyahan nyo, no? Pronunciation ako ng Pilipino raw, sabi nila. Hindi, let me just, hindi ko maayos yung camera, nagbabaligtad. Okay, let me just start it now, no? Cranky old woman. What do you see, nurse? What do you see? What are you thinking when you're looking at me? A cranky old woman, not very wise, uncertain of habits, with far-away eyes, who dribbles her food and makes no reply when you say in a loud voice, I do wish you'd try, who seems not to notice the things that you do and forever is losing a sock or shoe. Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you see? Then open your eyes, nurse. You are not looking at me. I'll tell you who I am as I sit here so still, as I do at your bidding, as I eat at your will. I am a small child of 10 with a father and mother, brothers and sisters who loved one another. A young girl of 16 with wings at her feet, dreaming that soon now a lover I will meet. A bride soon at 20, my heart gives a lift, remembering the vows that I promised to keep. At 25 now, I have young of my own, bound to each other with ties that should last. At 40, my young sons have grown and are gone, but my man is beside me to see I don't mourn. At 50, babies once more play around my knees. Again, we know children, my loved one and me. Dark days are upon me. My husband is now dead. I look at the future. I shudder with dread. For my young are now rearing young of their own. And I think of the years and the love that I have known. I am now an old woman, and nature is cruel. It is a jest to make old age looks But inside this old carcass, a young woman still dwells. And now and again, my battered heart swells. I remember the joy. I remember the pain. I am loving and living life all over again. I think of the years, all too few, gone too fast. And I accept the stark fact that nothing can last. Nothing can last. So open your eyes, nurse. Open. Open and see. Not a cranky old woman. Look closer. See. See me. I suddenly remember one Christmas when my daughter and my nieces went to one home for the aged to bring some food and personal things doon sa mga matatanda sa home for the aged na yun. And how happy these old men and women. We distributed towels, soap, Colgate, coffee, biscuit, sandwiches, spaghetti. We had joy talking with them, trying to make them feel happy at at least at that particular moment na may dumalaw sa kanila. And I loved, and I was touched rather, hearing their stories. May mga istorya sila. Hearing their stories, sabi ng isa, my children do not visit me anymore. My children left me here. Then they did not come anymore. Yung isa naman, may kaya sila sa buhay daw, pero inilagay siya doon. Siguro daw ayaw siyang alagaan. I can see the pain. I can see the pain in their eyes. I can feel the pain in the way they speak of their children. I can feel their longing for them, and I can feel the sorrow, the sadness that they have inside them. And the more I felt bad when I saw these some men and women, old men and women, with wounds on their bodies, sa mga sa kanilang mga tawag mo dyan, sa kanilang binte, no? And there were flies feasting on their wounds. And I thought of their children, the people they once cared for. Where are they? Why did I leave their parents in the home for the aged? What motivated them to do that? They should be thinking, or they should have thought, that when they were young, when they were helpless, those parents they left behind in the home for the aged were very patiently teaching them to walk. Biniliguan sila, pinakakain sila, minamahal sila, pinatutulog sila sa gabi, pinaghihili sila, nagpupuyat sa kanila, nagtatrabaho para sa kanila. They were able to finish their education because of these parents. But what drove them to leave their parents there? Okay lang kung iniwanan mo, may nurse na nag-aalaga, kung di mo kayang alagaan dahil may trabaho ka, but not to visit them. And I remember this particular story of a woman who was really left behind by the children in the home for the aged or in the hospital, yung isa sa hospital. And then, pinabayaan na lang mamatay doon, hindi na dinalaw, kasama lang yung kanyang katulong. But definitely, it's so sad. Just try to reflect on that. Tatanda rin kayo, at pagtanda ninyo, it might be done to you also. And I remember this story na this man, nilagay niya dun sa isang maliit na parang lugar lang sa labas ng bahay niya, yung nanay at tatay niya, yung nanay niya yata, tapos dinaabutan na lang pagkain doon, etc. etc. And parang later on, nung nakita niya yata yung anak niya na parang tinatago yung mga bagay na na ginagamit o may ginagawa rin na para sa pangmatanda, he asked what those for. Sabi ng anak niya, well, pagtanda mo, gagamitin ko sa'yo, idalagay din kita doon kung saan mo nilagay si lolo. So, what you have done, that should be also yung the karma, no, the law of karma. Kung anong ginawa mo sa magulang mo, darating din sa'yo yan pagdating ng araw. And I remember my superior at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, he would always tell me this, Ami, never let your parents cry or shed tears because of you, because you will never have a good life if they do that, if they shed tears because you have been cruel or unkind to them. And so that was a lesson that is always in my mind, that has always been in my mind. And I really took care of my parents until their old age, until the time they said goodbye to this world. Sana ang mga anak maisip nila yon. Sana yung mga kamag-anak maisip nila yon. Kawawa ang mga matatanda who were not being looked after, who are not being looked after, who are abandoned, who are neglected, who are not even given the chance to live decent lives at the very banda pa, yung pagtakip-silim ng kanilang buhay, no, sa yung dapit hapon ng kanilang buhay. You can never fathom the sadness of an old person. Yun nga mga kagaya ko na provided for by my children, ng pagmamahal, ng pag-aruga, ng pagtingin. May mga oras na I also feel so unhappy, so sad. Meron kasing that kind of longing sometimes na biglang papasok sa isang matanda. The fear of something, the pain na nandoon sa kanila, dumarating yun at kailangan ng isang matanda ang ika nga ay ang pangunawa, ang kalinga, ang pakikipag-usap, ang pagmamahal ng mga taong ine-expect niya na magmamahal sa kanya at makakaunawa sa kanya at nandyan sa tabi niya at bibigyan siya ng atensyon. Let us reflect on that, and let us think of the future. What you have done will also be done to you. Kung anong ginawa natin sa magulang natin, ibabalik sa atin yon pagdating ng araw. If we do good and become very nice to our parents, then our children will also be good and nice to us and will take care of us until the time we leave this world. Good night, and I hope you will reflect on this very well. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, Just Me Amalia. Thank you once again. Good night. See you again in my future vlogs.